Hi everyone, Jus4SweetZ here. So today we are going to make a witch's finger with a pretzel rod and candy melts. And I've already dipped them and I apologize. I was in the middle of making the video and again my battery died on me. So I only have 2 pretzel rods left, so I have to go from here. But what I used is Wilton candy melts. It's spooky green. You should be able to find them this time of year at your craft store. You can find them on Amazon. Or any other crafts, you know, I usually go to Michael's, but there's other craft stores that you could probably find them at. But if not, definitely online. If you can't find them, however, you can take the white candy melts or white chocolate and add some oil-based food coloring to it. It must be oil-based. If it's a water-based food coloring, it will seize the chocolate, and you do not want to seize your chocolate. It's a nightmare. So make sure you use an oil-based food coloring if you have to color your own candy. So this is just their spooky green, and if not, I'll put it close and you can see it's kind of a yellowy green, and you can try to find that. We also need almond slices because those are going to be the fingernails. You need your pretzel rods, which you can find at the dollar store. You get about 15-20 of them in a bag for $1. So it's really easy. Melt your chocolate in a tall glass if you can, because it's easier to dip those. And then you just need a tool because we're going to make the knuckles. But if you don't have a tool, you can also use a toothpick. So these are already dipped, but I'm going to show you again because I was so disappointed that my camera ran out of juice. So stick that in there and kind of swirl it around. Now, one thing you can do that's an option is you can freeze your pretzel sticks ahead of time, you know, at least for a couple hours, get them real chilled. And then that helps make the chocolate stick to these a lot quicker. But it's not a necessity. And you don't have to double dip these. You can if you like. It just gives it a little bit more of a candy flavor, but you don't have to. So you just go ahead and you just shake that excess chocolate off because you don't want the finger to expand too much when you lay it on your parchment paper or your wax paper. All right, so I have it on there. We're going to lay that down. And then we'll dip our second one. Now, I don't recommend dipping more than 2 at a time before you stick those fingernails on, which are the almonds. Okay, go in there and just twirl it around just like that because they'll dry pretty quickly and then you won't be able to get those almonds on there. In the case that you do let them dry too quickly before you get your almonds, just stick some chocolate or candy where you want your almond and stick the almond on top and it'll be fine. But try to just do a couple at a time so that you can really work with them. Okay, so I'm just shaking that excess chocolate off. Go ahead and lay that down. And then I picked, you're going to have to search through your sliced almonds because you get a lot of broken ones. And I picked my 2 favorite for my fingernails. We're going to go ahead and just stick those on the tip of the pretzel rod, which this will represent your fingernail. If you want to get really creative, you could put some oil-based food coloring around the nails and make it look like blood, but I don't know, I'm not into eating that, so I'm just going to make it look like the witch's finger. So kind of press those on there, and you're going to want to let those start setting and drying. You're going to want to let the chocolate start setting and drying a little bit. It should not take very long. It usually only takes a few minutes for those to set up. I think one of the first ones I did took maybe 3 or 4 minutes to start setting. And, you know, they're still wet, but while they're somewhat wet, you don't want them completely dry, but you don't want it like super, super wet. You want to start forming your knuckles. And so basically you're just doing the lines of the finger. And you can put your own hand down there if you want and do it, or, you know, just use your imagination. And I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to kind of just stick some lines in there, just like a finger. And then down by the knuckle, we're going to kind of make a knuckle. And you can see that you just keep wiping that chocolate off. See if you can get close enough that you can see, because I don't know that I'm close enough for you to see. All right, see how I'm drawing the lines? So I'm just kind of going in there, and you can get a paper towel and wipe it depending on how wet your chocolate is. So just go ahead and draw those lines on there. And we're just creating lines to make it look realistic, right? Okay, so got this one going and this one going. And every finger must, you know, doesn't have to look the same. Everybody's fingers are different. We're just making witch fingers. You could take these and put them in a bucket and have them coming out for a party and just have a bunch of witch fingers. You can wrap them in cellophane and give them away. All kinds of fun things that you can do with food. I love fun with food. It's my favorite thing to do. And I'm not very artistic, so it's fun for me to play a little bit and see what I can do. You know, and you can kind of stick a few little lines here and there. All right, so there you go. That was our lesson, and like I said, you can use a toothpick as well. You don't have to use this little contraption that I have. It's out of my cake decorating set. But these are our witch finger pretzel rods. Have fun with them. Make them a boo gift. Do whatever you want. But just have a lot of fun. Your kids can do this with you. These are easy, something that they could definitely have fun with. It's not that hard. And you want to spend some time with them, this would be good quality time to do. If you have a Halloween birthday party, this would be a great project for them to do with all their guests. So anyway, I'll show you what this looks like. It's starting to dry. You're going to want to let these set up for at least 5 or 10 minutes. A lot of times I like to stick these in the freezer for about 5 minutes and let them freeze up, and then I wrap them in their cellophane. And you can use Halloween ribbon or just use a tie. But anyway, these are our witch finger pretzel rods. I hope you had fun with this. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave those down in the box. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. And I'd love for you to share it on your Facebook page and with your friends and family. And until next video, until next time, have a wonderful day and God bless.